Malaysian legend series, The Princess of Mount Ophir. There once was an old hunter named Kelembai. He had a beautiful daughter called Puteri. They lived at the foothills of Pahang. One day, a fox stole all the animals from Kelembai's traps. Kelembai hunted down the fox with his dogs. Finally, the fox was killed. At dawn, Puteri helped her father to put the fox on a spit over the fire. Suddenly, the stomach of the fox started to swell like a balloon. Then it exploded. The blast from the stomach flung Puteri and her father far away through the air. Puteri landed at the foot of Mount Ophir. Now, Mount Ophir was ruled by Raja Harimau, the king of tigers. He was so big that 7 clumps of pandanus shrub grew on his head. Puteri was still unconscious when Raja Harimau found her. 3 days later, Puteri awoke. She had a terrible fright when she saw Raja Harimau. The king of tigers told her how he had found her and added, "I want you to marry my son, Raja Muda, tonight." The lovely young lady really had no choice but to agree. When it was dark, Puteri saw people just like herself preparing for the wedding. There were no tigers to be seen. Then she realized she was in the magical kingdom of Mount Ophir, a place where the people turn into tigers by day and back to people by night. So that night, she was married. She lived happily with her husband, who it turned out was a very handsome and wise prince. A few years later, Puteri gave birth to a daughter. The baby was named Puteri. She was so beautiful that she was called the Princess of Mount Ophir. When the princess became a woman, she gained magical powers. Wherever she was, fruits, flowers, birds and fish would dance, laugh and sing just for her. One day, the Sultan of Malacca heard about the princess' beauty and magical powers. Immediately, he sent out his best warriors to find her. After several years, one of the warriors found the enchanted garden. He met an old lady attended by 4 maidens. The warrior told the girls that his sultan wanted to marry the princess. One of the girls promised to take the royal request to the princess. The girls soon returned and said that the princess was willing, but only if the sultan could do 3 things. First, he must build a bridge of pure gold from his palace to Mount Ophir. Second, he must collect 7 trays of mosquito hearts. And finally, he must offer the princess a bowl of his own blood. When the warriors took this message back to the sultan, he was dumbfounded. He was ready to do everything she demanded except to give his blood. At last, he gave up the idea of marrying the princess of Mount Ophir. Since then, no one ever tried to win the princess' hand in marriage. Some old people say that on nights when the moon is full, the princess of Mount Ophir comes down to the Rompin River to have a bath. They say that the place where she bathes becomes an enchanted garden, and the fish of the river sing to the moon all night.